Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. This is Imbody Tarot, and my name is Melly. And in today's spirit card reading, we are going to figure out what your ex secretly thinks about you, but they cannot say. We will be using the Imbody Tarot deck for today's reading, and as you can see, we do have 3 piles and 3 crystals for you to choose from. Pile 1 is accompanied by this sea Jasper heart. Pile 2 is accompanied by this beautiful Amazonite. Pile 3 is accompanied by this beautiful moss agate. Take a moment and see which pile or crystal you're drawn to, and I'll meet you at your reading. The timestamp will be in the pinned comment and description box. Are you ready for your reading? Let's get it. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. And in today's spirit card reading, we are going to figure out what your ex secretly thinks about you, but they cannot say, their feelings that they never express, what they admire or miss about you, and also why are they choosing to stay silent? The fact that you chose this beautiful sea Jasper in the shape of a heart, I will say that the love and the connection between y'all is priceless. And I feel like your ex really love and adore you. However, they may feel like they cannot give you enough. And because they feel like they can give you enough to create a story in their mind, it feels like they self-sabotage. I feel like your person really thinks that they should give you more and they want to give you more, but they don't feel like they have enough. In their mind, how can I pour from an empty cup? They don't feel like they're enough, so you basically suffer the consequences of them feeling like they're not enough. I feel like this person secretly wants you to know that they're in love with you. They always loved you. They're madly in love with you, but because it wasn't the right time, they decided to test you. They decided to put you through like a lot of unnecessary trials and tribulation to see if you will still accept them. But now you're tired. You know, everything was like a game. It was like chess. It was always like tiptoeing, eggshells. But I feel like what your person secretly thinks about you is that you're amazing. You mean the world to them, but they're too scared to express that. So let's just see what the tarot card says. We're going to put your crystal right there. All right, spirit guide, higher self. What is it that pile 1's ex think about them, but they're too scared to express? You are consistently on their mind and they want to always have access to you. I feel like they understand that you guys need more room to grow and they feel like you were leaving them behind, you know? With the King of Swords energy, this person is always thinking. Their mind is always wondering. But I feel like they had a vision of you in their mind that once things didn't seem perfect, they decided to run. So what they think about you is that you're a smart person and you're right. And they wish they could tell you that they project their energy on you because it was a test, you know? And they secretly think that you always see right through them. And they don't like the fact that you knew them basically better than they knew themselves. They saw you as a very strategic person, and they saw you as a person who was willing to, you know, move on, motivate, strong. They see you as a person who they wish they could have been. You know, you did operate from an emotional level, but it also always made sense. They see you as the caring person. They see you as the mother they never had, the companion they always wanted, and they secretly see you as the person who has the keys to their heart. They see you as a nurturing, loving person. They see you as a person who gives them the reality that they never want, that they always wanted. Sorry. They see you as a person who was focused. Like when you say you're going to do something, you did it. They see you as a person who is a visionary. They see you as a person who was very outspoken, but people respect that about you. You were a free thinker. They see you as the ideal partner because you gave them choices, a room to breathe. You were able to balance things out for them, for the most part. You were very logical. You were extremely smart. They love the fact that you have a grit about you, but it's mentally. Like you were able to overcome anything that was placed in front of you that was supposed to defeat you. And you take pride in that. But they also feel like they wish they didn't put you in a situation where you had to, make sacrifices to be with them. They feel like you were able to protect their peace and your peace, but at the same time, they feel like they couldn't show up for you in a way that they should have. You were always planning. They love the fact that you were very logical. Like it had to make sense. Like they admire the fact that you were mentally strong for the most part. Once your mind told you something, you stuck with it. There's no room or no need to change your mind. You stuck by your guns for the most part. What is pile 1 person not saying to them that they should? You know how to make money. You know how to juggle things. You are able to master everything that they want. I feel like your partner secretly wish they were you. You have this energy about you that makes them feel like you are their better version, their better half. What are they too scared to say, Spirit? The Ace of Cups. If they could have another time, another moment with you, then they would. They will hope and pray that there will come a time where you guys could, express their love. They're in love with you. Point blank period. They're scared to say that they're in love with you. And they never stop loving you. And as a matter of fact, it was love at first sight. Anything else pile 1 person wants to say, but they're too scared to say? The Queen of Pentacles. They're scared to say that they didn't see your value in the time and they used you to social climb. They weaponize your love for them, but they're sorry about that. Okay. Let's see, what are their feelings that they never get to express? They're too scared to express. What is pile 1's person feelings towards them that they're too scared to express? We have the Wheel of Fortune. The 3 of Swords. You met them when they were at the lowest point of their life, where they needed hope, where they needed a reason to live. And they felt like you were their savior. You gave them a reason to be optimistic about life because they were broken. And they knew they came into this situation with a very spewed thought process because they were always the black sheep. But you changed that. You gave them a place where they felt like they belong. You gave them an energy where they felt worthy. They feel like you put them on a pedestal. So the feelings for you that they have, you were their healer. And they regret abandoning you. They regret not showing up for you the way how you showed up for them. But also, they despise the fact that you guys are no longer together. They're still heartbroken and still stuck on you guys' connection not working out. And they're having a hard time looking at themselves in the mirror for the most part. What I'm seeing here is a person who self-sabotage because they don't like to face the reality when it comes to their feelings. So they rather deal with hurt than to enjoy like happiness with you. But for them, it's just like, I'd rather have bad times with you than have good times with someone else. So they feel like they can never find somebody else like you or replace you, but they feel like you're in the process of replacing them. What feelings do they have that they're not expressing? They can't move on. The Three of Swords is an energy of action. I came up with a plan, now I'm going to implement it. They thought that things would work out in their favor. So they're in an energy where there's a lot of regrets. A lot of like, I didn't make the right move emotionally. They want to come back. So they feel like they lost out on a good thing. Emotionally, they feel like, would you ever take them back? The Three of Pentacles. They felt like you decided to live your life without them, and they're not sure how they could actually make things work again. They want to come back. They're trying to come back, but it's just like they don't think that you're going to accept them. Let's ask, what do they miss and admire most about you? What does Pile 1 person miss? They miss the stability that you bring. Like, the Four of Pentacles is a person who is very conservative. It's a person who holds things that they really value close to themselves. It's an energy and a person who is like very stoic. So they admired your ability to not be phased when they were being dramatic. I mean, you may feel like you were going through probably hell, or you may be feeling like this is what was like the worst thing that happened to you. You were very devastated. But for them, to them, you came very poised, very relaxed, very nurturing. Your energy is of a person who is just like unfazed. And that's what I admire most about you. Even when things are going wrong and things are impossible, you have an energy about you to change things up. You focus on the good things. Very stoic. What energetic tie is there between both of you guys? What is the energy between you and your ex, Pile 1? Need I not to say more? Both of you guys are living for the happy moments right now. Both of you guys want to have that nostalgic moment. It's like in a fairy tale, in a movie where you guys bump into each other at the ice cream shop. So the energetic tie that's there between y'all is that this separation is not going to be forever. I feel like this person is looking at you and they're probably plotting to get back into your life. The Six of Cups energy is the energy of renewing. It's the energy of coming back. It's the energy of the past. It's the energy of innocence. It's the energy of happiness. So I feel like the energetic tie that has y'all is, if you guys have kids together, then the kids may keep y'all together, or keep you guys orbiting around each other. If you guys don't have kids together, then there's the energy of wanting to have kids, wanting to have a family. So that family dynamic is still there. That family dream is still there. You know? So I feel like this person, when they think about a family, you come to mind. Whether they're comparing you to other people, or whether they have this ideal thing in their mind of what they want in their life moving forward. Either way, you come to mind. You're their happy space. Are they willing to work things out with you? Pile 1, let's see. Are they willing to work things out with you? The World's card and the Hermit card. They're willing to open up. So when we see the World's card, it's either an ending of something or a new beginning. The fact that the Hermit card is showing up, I feel like they're not going to have a selfish perspective when it comes to a relationship. So I feel like they're willing and open to explore their options with you, but prioritizing you this time versus prioritizing themselves. When we see the Hermit card, it's no longer about introspection. It's no longer about me in reverse. It's more so, what is the energy surrounding me? So they're wondering and they're hoping that you guys could interact with each other again, you know? So I feel like your person is available to you, but they're waiting for the perfect time. They're plotting, they're waiting. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. I hope I was able to give you clarity and some confirmation. And remember who loves you. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. And in today's card reading, we are going to figure out what your ex secretly thinks about you, but they're too scared to say. We're also going to figure out what's the feelings that they have that they never express. What do they admire or miss about you? And then, like, what's going on with your connection? Like, would you ever spend the block with each other, or it's done for? Okay. So I did see that you chose this beautiful Amazonite crystal. And with the energy of the Amazonite, it's the energy of like tranquility, peace. So you were their escape from reality for the most part. I feel like what they think about you is that you have this ability about you to make everybody feel safe and comfortable. And I feel like you were their safe space. Literally, when they were going through any trials and tribulation, they turn to you for advice and they seek you out. And low-key, I feel like when they're going through stuff right now, they literally ask themselves, what would you do? And then they act on it. So let's see what the tarot has to say as far as what does your ex secretly think about you right now, but they're too scared to say, okay? So what does Pile 2X think about them now, but they're too scared to say, Spirit? They see you winning and congratulations. They feel like they played themselves. They are secretly clapping for you. They see you accomplishing all your goals. They see you winning. What they want to say to you, but they're too scared to say is, you did it. You actually did it. I feel like this person probably doubts you a lot when you guys were together. And now that you guys are separated, it's just like, you made the impossible possible. You were able to overcome everything that was thrown towards you. And they want to clap for you. The Six of Swords energy, the Six of Wands energy is the energy of celebration. It's the energy of recognition. It's the energy of, walking around with your trophy. So they secretly think that you were their trophy person. You're their ideal person, but they're happy for you to get your blessings and winnings that you're experiencing right now, And I feel like this person wants to come forward and applaud you, but they're scared that you're going to reject them because they were sloppy. The Seven of Swords is the energy of sneakiness. It's the energy of strategic. But when it's in reverse, this person is not acting how they're supposed to. So it's like they're going to use their free will to be very dramatic. They want validation from you. What is it that Pile 2 person think about them, but they're not expressing? The Queen of Pentacles. They probably use you for your money, or they regret coming towards you for money, or they felt like they ruined your home life. They felt like they came to you and it's like they caused destruction, but it's with your home. And they want to apologize for that. They want to say, sorry, I wasn't able to give you the foundation, or I destroyed your foundation that you had already have. When we see the Queen of Pentacles energy, it's the energy of nurturing from a logical perspective. It kind of reminds me of like Virgo energy, whereas it's just like, what systems are in place for you to do better, So it's like they came in and destroyed the systems that you have, but now they want to be able to fix things, but they think that staying away will be the best way to solve this because they feel like everything they touch, they ruin. Does Pile 2 person want a second chance with them? I feel like this person, ego, is coming out. They do want a second chance with you, but they're not sure how to go about it because their ego won't let them. There's a lot of ego happening. The King of Wands energy is an abuse of power. The Two of Cups is duality. You're reflecting in me or what I am. And Ace of Wands is feeling burnt out. So I feel like even though they want the connection between you and them, they feel like they've done enough damage. But at the same time, I feel like they will come back just to enjoy the rewards of your labor. Okay? So what are the feelings that they have that they never express? What is pile 2X's feelings that they have that they never express? The Page of Cups. They were childish. The Knight of Swords. They do things impulsively. It was them, not you. The Nine of Cups. They loved you more when you were single. They loved your independence. They loved you because you didn't care about anything. The Star card. They feel like you're a healer. You forgive a lot. Clarify this World card. The Page of Wands. I feel like they feel like when it comes to their feelings, you made them show up as their true and authentic self. You know, they weren't emotionally mature. They say things how they want to say. They act as you didn't matter. But then you came and you healed them. You taught them how to be a child. You taught them how to be adult. You taught them how to express themselves in a very healthy manner. So you were a lesson for them. So what they feel about you and never express is the fact that you were able to take them from a broken place where they couldn't show up as their authentic self to an energy where they were able to accept themselves for who they are. Not because of what society says, not because of what their mom says, their dad says, their family member says, because of who they want to be. So you gave them the ability to choose how they want to show up in this universe. You healed their inner childhood, their wounds that they had. You showed them their triggers. You showed them what was happening that was incorrect. But also you were there throughout the process. You didn't just show it to them and then up and left. You showed them how to take care of themselves. So they appreciate the fact that you were there in the moments of darkness. So the feelings that they have for you that they never express is gratitude, thankfulness, because they don't know how to do that. They haven't had that lesson yet. Okay. What do pile 2's person miss and admire most about them? We have the King of Cups, your emotional availability. When the King of Cups is upright, it's the energy of being controlled emotionally, being very poised. Don't let your emotions run you. When the thing is reversed, they miss the love, baby. They miss the love. Like, you just said what you felt. You just act in your emotions no matter what. So I feel like they miss and they admire the fact of the emotional access they had towards you. That's what they miss the most about you. The Ten of Pentacles, how committed you are to them. They miss their relationship overall. They honestly can't believe that it's over. They can't believe that you moved on. They can't believe that you moved on. The Ten of Pentacles energy is an energy of long-term committed relationships, generational, you know? So they miss the fact of y'all being in a relationship together and being emotionally available and being able to express how much they love and care about you. Why are they currently silent? Why are they having a hard time expressing themselves? The Eight of Cups. Because they choose to run when emotions take over. So the Eight of Cups energy is walking away from things that no longer emotionally fulfill you, right? But I feel like for them, they walk away when it gets too much. They don't know how to handle or process their emotions. And that's why they're so silent. Expressing feelings, expressing emotions really scare them. Why does it scare them? The Six of Swords. Because everybody else who were around them, when it comes to feelings, they made them feel invisible or they will leave. Nobody really sat and say, this is how you express yourself. This is how you do things. They weren't taught it. What they've seen was that when something goes wrong, if it's out of your control, you leave it alone. But they took it to the extreme, you know? So if it wasn't their responsibility, they're like, oh, well, it is what it is. That's not my fight to have. That's not my problem to solve. oh well. So when it comes to them, why they're still silent is because they don't feel comfortable expressing themselves. And when feelings get involved, they'll express to everybody else but you. What are they hoping and wishing when it comes to this connection? The King of Swords, they're wishing and hoping they could communicate with you again. What is it they want to communicate about? Aw. They want to make things right. I feel like their hopes is to y'all to fix things together. We have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. That's a couple. So they want to apologize. They want to call a truce when it comes to this connection. They want things to work out, but they're kind of scared. They don't think it's appropriate. It's kind of difficult. So they hope and pray that things could work out between y'all. What is the likelihood of things working out between Pal Twin, their person, their ex, that's on their mind? The Three of Cups. There's a high chance of y'all working things out. Yeah, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. 333, right? That could be y'all sign, 333. So I feel like there's a high possibility of things working out for y'all. Some of y'all are going through a cycle right now with this person where it's hot and cold back and forth. I'm seeing an energy of maybe this person come back. The earliest is in 3 weeks, up to 3 months. Something may happen in Capricorn season. This is a timeless reading. But nevertheless, I do see y'all working things out. It's not over yet between y'all. I feel like your person's gonna figure a way how to communicate with you. And it's crazy because I'm looking right here at the Queen of Pentacles. About to have the King of Pentacles. This person feels like you guys are a couple. Let me find where the Queen of Cups is, because we do the King of Cups out here. So let's see. The energy surrounding the Queen of Cups. Let's get some insight, because that's the last couple that we're missing, which is the emotions. Sheesh. I just want to see. Oh, here's the Queen of Cups. It's like right in front of my face. So what's surrounding the Queen of Cups energy is we have the Ten of Cups, which is a family energy. Once again, community, happiness. And look, what's surrounding the King of Cups? Ten of Pentacles. So moving forward, they want to be a family with you, or they want you to accept them as a family member, or they want to be a part of your life for a very long time. But they have to leave behind the deception, the lies, you know, the mind games, the abuse. So you guys have to work through this energy of not being there for each other. You guys have to work through this energy of, you know, clear communication, effective communication, servicing each other, you know, but also not being hot and cold. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope I was able to give you clarity, guys, and confirmation. And until next time, remember who loves you. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. And in today's reading, we are going to figure out what your ex, the one that's on your mind, secretly thinks about you, but they're not expressing. They're too scared to say. We're also going to figure out the feelings that they never express, what they admire, miss about you, and what's going to happen next with a connection. Like, why are they staying silent, you know? So I did see that you chose the Moss Agate, and energetically, what I'm picking up off the bat is that you guys are never too far from each other. Like, yeah, we're separated now physically, but mentally, no. How dare you think that we're separated? There's an energy of interconnectedness. It seems like you guys are mirroring each other. So even if you guys are separated and life just feels off and feels wrong, I feel like your person feels like they got you on a hook and you got them on a hook. But it feels more so like a freaking mirror more than anything else, okay? So let's just see what the tarot says when it comes to you guys' connection. So what is it that pile 3's person, their ex, is too scared to express to them? You're their trophy. They want a trophy when it comes to you. We have the Page of Wands. You bring a happiness to them that nobody else could possibly have, but they were emotionally unavailable when it comes to you. And I feel like maybe their mother or another woman came in between y'all and caused chaos. And they're finally realized that somebody who they confided into when it comes to you played them. They played both of y'all. I feel like deep down inside, this person wants to apologize about something, but it's kind of difficult. They're scared. They're scared to face their own self in the mirror. What is it that they're so scared to say? We have the Ten of Wands. They let their responsibility be the reason why you guys couldn't really take things to the next level. But in their heart of hearts, they felt like you would have been a good, happy couple. But family played a major part of y'all not being together anymore. I feel like it wasn't their decision for y'all to break up. They were doing it to please other people. You know, they were scared of like people figuring things out, or they were scared of hurting you. So they were trying to protect you. So what they're scared to say to you is that you did make them happy. You did make them feel like they're carefree. But at the same time, there's an energy of, I'm sorry I wasn't able to protect you from others, them, those, the people. Okay? What are they secretly thinking when it comes? The Nine of Pentacles. They realized that you were hyper independent, and they loved the fact that you didn't really cater to the people that didn't matter. They wish they had your strength when it came to boundaries. And y'all not being together really hurt their feelings. It was very painful. So I feel like they wish they could have chose you. I feel like they wish they felt like they could have done better. But at the same time, they didn't have boundaries. They lacked boundaries. So it's not the fact that they don't care about you or they don't love you. I feel like it's very hard to be with you publicly because they're scared of what the public may think when it comes to both of you guys. So let's see, what are the feelings that they never express? Pile 3's person, their ex, what feelings they never express? We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. They had their guard up when it comes to you, but they felt like you would have been there happily ever after. They felt like this was a spiritual bond, a spiritual tie, spiritual connection that you guys had between each other. But they they ran when things got difficult. They felt like it was their fault. And they felt like they weren't a team player. So the feelings they never expressed to you is that they were just not there emotionally. You know, they cut off their heart space. And they internalized everything. Their way of showing their love was through words of affirmation and spending quality time with you. But it's just like you couldn't see it. But even with that, they had a lot of limitations when it comes to you guys' connection. The Three of Pentacles energy is the energy of being able to work with the right people, you know, work with any and everybody. They felt like if you were in their life, you were special, but they had a hard time showing that to you. It's just like you should have known, you know? The World card is the energy of being there with you on the journey. Like, I'm here. The Hermit card is, I needed my time to myself, but you couldn't understand it. So it's not the fact that I was being selfish. I was really trying to recharge so I could give you more. And we had a spiritual tie that I prayed and asked for. But because of my defensiveness, I wasn't able to love and show up for you how you wanted to. Okay? What do they admire and miss about Pile 3? What does Pile 3X admire and miss about them? They miss you being cautious. You made sense of things. You were very practical for the most part. While they were just lollygagging off in the wind, being dramatic, being sporadic, you brought an energy of like calmness and logistics. So they missed the fact of having access to you to make sure that their thoughts were correct. They were clear. They were focused. Things made sense for the most part. They missed the fact and they admire the fact that you won't get stuck on things, or you weren't willing to be trapped by anybody, because the Hierophant card is a card of traditions, it's society norms, it's orthodox, but you were willing to be a rebel. You didn't care how you came off to other people. So they miss and admire the fact that even though you learned from society and you accept society norms, you didn't let it box you in. Okay? Why are they currently silent? Because they're trying to grow from the relationship, the patterns that you guys have. They don't want to be stuck in the past anymore. When we see the Six of Cups energy, the energy of nostalgia, the energy of past, is the energy of innocence. So they're actively trying to grow out this relationship, right? But their feelings, their emotions won't allow them to, right? I feel like they feel like in order for them to outgrow this relationship, situationship, they have to, you know, be emotionally available and let you know how they feel, but they don't know how to show it. And I feel like they're just creating chaos in their life based on lies. So they're telling themselves a story that's not necessarily true. They're trying to convince themselves of something. The Two of Cups. You guys are low-key soulmates, but I feel like they're trying to convince themselves that, you know, the emotional tie that you guys have is not as serious, but back to the Moss Agate energy where it's deeper. You know, like you prayed about something, you got it, but then you don't know how to handle it. So you self-sabotage, and now you're trying to convince yourself that this person wasn't emotionally connected with you. You didn't hit the heart space for them. So are they willing to reconcile? Do they want to reconcile and fix things? Is pile 2 willing to, if you're watching this pile 3, you're this far, you may want to watch pile 2 energy to see what the reading is. But is pile 3's ex willing to reconcile and work things out? The Seven of Cups. They want to be able to choose. I feel like they want to live their life. It's not really a priority for them. But ultimately, yeah, they want the connection. They want to have access to you, but I feel like they don't want to feel smothered. So this person seems very avoidant. It seems like this person like runs from commitment, but it's something that they really truly desire. Scorpio, transformation, Pluto energy. I feel like naturally this relationship has to end for things to get better. So right now I feel like they want the option for them to come back and reconcile, but they don't choose to act on it because that would have to be, they have to confront their feelings. Look, the Death card landing on the Four of Cups. Their incompetence when it comes to love. What should pile 3 know about their person that they don't know? The Queen of Swords. There was somebody else. There was somebody else. Yeah. There was somebody else in the picture. I don't know if it was a parent, but there were multiple people in the picture that sabotage this relationship. There are many people in this relationship. I'm sorry. But that's what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope also will give you clarity and confirmation. And until next time, remember who loves you. Bye.